What's up, Dragon Brew? Today we are trying some fun stuff just to kind of close out the season here on our gameplay videos, because we're about to start doing all of those daily deck videos where we're going to start sharing stuff with the new set. So also, if you want to decide what we're going to get to play first here once the season starts, be sure to check out the memberships below. That's where we're going to put the polls up for everybody to be able to participate. And you can get your decks actually featured here on the channel for as low as 99 cents a month. So, you know, why not check it out? That said, let's go take a look at this Boros Warriors deck. Also, for those of you that want some fun stuff, don't forget I do have my PowrDragn reviews and reacts channel. Lots of stuff. Just put a new video up actually where I'm sampling some new drinks, and some were very surprising, so go check that out. Link will be in the description. Now, one thing about this deck that's interesting is we did find more cheap warriors to play that I hadn't come back and revisited this set, but there wasn't a lot. There's only one or two. So we didn't get a lot from this set, and we're only going to get a couple, I believe, that I've seen going into the next set. So how much we're going to get helped out from Crimson Vow, I don't know. Definitely not any equipment so far that look like I really want to play them. So it's probably just going to be more straight up warriors. Now, looking at this, we are going to try to play 4 Usher of the Fallen because 2 1s for 1 are pretty good for 1 mana, and it happens to be a warrior. Also a spirit creature, by the way, so if you're looking for something to play in your spirit decks as we move into Crimson Vow season, don't forget about Usher of the Fallen. We do have 2 Boots of Speed, and one of the things I like about Boots of Speed, other than being a classic D&D equipment, is that against the control decks, right, where they're sweeping everything, every creature having haste is a big deal, especially if you can have them be of size. We just said that 2 1s for 1 are good. Well, it turns out there's a Vampire Warrior that's also a 2-1 for 1. So we're going to play some of those in here. We're playing Fireblade Chargers because they're pseudo removal on a body, which is kind of nice. We're going to play Kabir Takedown because, well, if we can get a couple of bodies, maybe we get to use this to deal 2 or 3 damage. Core Blade Master, because if you're equipped up, you're going to get double strike, and this card itself has double strike, which is also great. Kargan Intimidator, because just making things not block is pretty powerful. It really can mess up your opponent's blocking situations or keep them from being able to attack you with an extra creature sometimes, which is nice. Maul the Skyclaves, because giving things +2/+2 flying and first strike is awesome. Sometimes you just have to get stuck using it on defense, but hey, either way, it's still a great card. Then Kargan War Leader, because it gives all your warriors +1/+1, no surprise there. And then Halvar, God of Battle. Halvar lets you give everything double strike if it's equipped, but also Halvar itself is an equipment, gives things +2/+0 in vigilance, and then if your creature dies, it returns to your hand, which is pretty awesome with something like a Fireblade Charger. And then we're playing 2 Legion Angels. I know you can play 1 Legion Angel and put the 3 on the board, but I actually just want to draw a Legion Angel more often, so we are playing 2 of them. Also playing 2 Blade Historians because things getting double strike are great. So, I mean, we have a lot of ways to give double strike, right? You have Blade Master, you've got Halvar, you got Blade Historian. And then 2 Showdown of the Scalds because just drawing cards late is really nice. And then we have Shatterskull Smashings for 2, 1 Cave of the Frost Dragon, 8 Plains, 2 Den of the Bugbear, 6 Mountain, and 4 Fury Carl Snarl. I will say there is a way you could play this with Snowlands if you really want to, and then play Faceless Havens, which would get the benefit of being a warrior when you have a war leader out, but I don't know if that's enough of a benefit, all things considered, so I'd probably just pass on that idea for now. Now, I will also say, if you want to open it up and look at warriors from just all colors, that's a thing you can do as well, and just see, like, hey, what's available out here. But there's not a ton, unless you want to make it an equipment-heavy deck, and that's a kind of a whole different thing. Because I think you can do equipment without being focused on warriors, and that's something else you have to consider, right? But I mean, there are like elves that happen to be warriors, you know, things like that. If you wanted to go into another color, Tajuru Paragon counts as all the creature types or the party types, so it does count as a warrior as well. So like, there's some things there, but nothing really exciting that you should really be worrying about dabbling in. I think we're kind of at the best situation. So as always, we're gonna play the games. At the end of the games, we'll talk about the deck, where we'd update it, and then we'll have a card spotlight for you. And as a matter of fact, this one's going to have a pretty major update at the end of the video. All right. Let's see what we can do with this. Mulliganing to 6 isn't great on the play, but yeah, you know, we're going to try to make the most of it. Opponent. Well, okay. Scott says you got Call of Duty Vanguard coming out tomorrow night and the new Magic set, Long Broken Things. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, those are only going to be about, what, 6 days apart? So yeah, it's pretty close. I get to play a new TFT set that went live today, I think. So I may be playing that a little bit right before I go to bed. Might try to get 2 games in. Okay. Not upset at drawing the Angel. In the event there's a sweeper or something. That'll buy us some time later. The good news here, too, I can actually spend some mana here and still play this as an equipment if we want to set something up for next turn, which is pretty nice. Nope, we will be losing a Kargan Intimidator here, I'm pretty sure. Opponent? How do you feel about such things? Really? Alright, I guess we'll give a warrior +1/+1? Oh, I have to give itself +1/+1. Yeah. Okay then. I guess I should have done this first, because now this is going to just get countered by a disruption. But then I guess getting to resolve the Angel might be better. Ah, well. Oh, they don't even have it. Okay, never mind. Boom. I don't know what the opponent's doing here then. I don't know what hand they kept that has 0 interaction, nothing to do with foretell, just like nothing. This is crazy. All right, let's try equipping this. I mean, you're not just gonna let that happen, right? Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm trying to decide how much pressure I want to put on the opponent here. I might just play a land, equip this, get in for 5. So now they can pick this off, but then we'll also be able to give something else hasting it in there, so... we'll see. Or we could Angel up and then have access to the Angel. That'd be fine too. That just goes back to my hand. Well, they're at 7. I was going to say they probably should have just destroyed the equipment, but that's just as bad for them. If I draw another land, I'd be able to do this and attack with that on the same turn. Let's play this. Play this. Can't do that. Back. Pump. Alright. Now they're going to need to have a removal and a counter. Because the boots are going to give something haste. This was a very awkward game. I don't know what type of hand the opponent kept, or maybe they expected us to do certain things and we just got up under them. But I don't know. And they only have 1 red mana, so I mean they need like a burn spell and a divide by 0, or Maybe a Fading Hope. But we'll see. I don't know. Or, I was going to say, or just going to be some rope action. Okay. So... we cast this. Give it haste. I mean, there's nothing else we're really going to do here. I mean, this is kind of the play. So I'm going to divide by 0 on the Intimidator. Okay. Sure. I'm not sure what that does unless they have another removal already in hand, which I'm assuming they do. Or they wouldn't have made such a play. Okay, well, they're dead. All right, then. We get to go first. Yeah. We'll keep this. I mean, why not? I thought about leading with Usher, but I realized I'm just going to play 2 things next turn anyway. So I'm just going to lead with the Charger. Set up some other damage. Ooh, come on, land off the top. Come on, land. Really, really want some. Could have got away with the core Blade Master there, probably. But, you know. They always have Luminarch Aspirant, so I'll just wait for it to hit the deck here. No Aspirant, huh? They're just gonna make the token. Okay. That seems like the worst sequence. Yeah, not sure that's what they were aiming for. So now if we do get a land, if the Blade Master survives, which it probably won't, we would be able to double strike with the Maul over the top, but don't see that happening. And what's really bad is if they play... Okay, I would say if the Werewolf was there, that would have been super scary. Unfortunately, we're going to lose our Maul here, which is a big, big, big problem. Yeah, you got to take the... I don't know. I mean, maybe... Yeah, you got to take the Maul, right? Unless they have a way to get rid of it. Yeah, I was going to say, because the War Leader's bad, but the Maul is worse. They block here. We would get in for 4, 5, 6. If you do this, they block. We still get in for 6 and hold on to our Usher. All right. All right. There's a lot of things we could draw here. Another War Leader, a land, an untapped land, mind you. We do have 2, that would be bad. 3. That is not something we are afraid of, though, so that is awesome. We're going to attack with just these 2. Wait, and the opponent just didn't block? What? I mean, I almost attacked with everything just because this would have made another 1/1, but that would have got a bonus and would have put them at 1. But yeah, I'm just gonna end the turn. I don't know. Maybe they're playing sweepers or something. I don't know. Why would you not block? I can't process. I mean, I guess they're just bad off either way. Okay. So they didn't even try to get an attack in before that. Weird. Teach their own, though. Like I said, I see a lot of people playing sweepers in their aggro decks lately, which is why I'm very careful about that. Something just didn't seem right. Though I guess I should have just attacked anyway, because it would have forced them to block, and then I still get the token and whatever, but... And them being at 1 here would really matter. Alright, that matters. Yeah, no blocks. Oh. So now we can... Oh, we can't give... We don't give Intimidator +1/+1. Okay. I mean, we're still stuck on 3 lands, so not a lot we can do here. Yep. And those things flip into 3/3s, right? Yeah. Oh, 3 or more creatures with different powers, though, so that's not going to get there just yet. Nope, still 2s and 1s. So that just to flip this? Alright, yeah, we just take 3. Sure. Okay. So now the question is, do we want to Showdown to the Scalds, or... I think we Showdown. Because there's a chance we find like another Maul or something, or... Oh, well, that's not bad either. We found the land we needed, so... Unless they have a spot removal, we're good here. And it's going to double strike. Yeah, no reason to block. I mean, if you have another sweeper, you got another sweeper. I don't know what else is going to happen here. Okay, well, yeah, that's it. Oh, we found a way to do it the easy way, even. Put a counter here. Yep. Okay, we're gonna keep. This is a pile of good stuff. Let's go with this. Oh, that is nice. That is real nice. I think we're just gonna roll with this and attack. Then next turn we can either play an equipment and a dude or just straight up play them all. I'm glad you used that now instead of what I have next turn, opponent. Though they may have another. Because this could be some type of Boros Control-y thing. Alright, dead creature. Works for me. Go ahead and play that. Play that. So now every creature can be a boss. Though I'm sure they have infinite removal, because it's probably the type of deck they're playing. What can we do with this? try to equip first. Attack. Okay, they are blocking. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Alright, you have a dragon. I don't have a dead war leader. That's awesome. I could pay 4 to equip. I could pay 2 and do that. I could just... There's a lot of choices here. And I don't know at all what the opponent's deck's doing. If I'm being 100% real with you. Alright, if they have a way to kill our creature, they just do, and we'll just give up the win here. Okay, Stormseeker. Cool, cool. Yep. Oh, you don't know we have first strike, do you? Okay. You might be about to kill our guy with the Dragon's Fire. No, no Dragon's Fire. Well now. Well now. Maybe make that to where it can't block? Alright, this dragon's gonna be a coward. That's a good sign. Okay. Sure. Alright, they gave up. Man, these sleeves are cool. That whole Halloween theme that they did for the 5 or 6 sleeves I made are pretty sweet. I didn't get those. I think the only sleeves I spent on this season, I think, were the ones that had like the decrepit looking tree. Because they did basically all the mana symbols with like a Halloween style. And that was the only thing I picked up, I think. Ooh. Well, this is very interesting because then I could play this alongside this next turn if I don't want to commit to the maul. And that's kind of nice. Though I could just play this now and then play this in this next turn and get around any Jiraiya's Disruption shenanigans. So that's probably better. Let's do that. Because depending on what the opponent does, we may or may not get away with this Maul of the Skyclaves or anything. We may not want to use all of our mana next turn. Let's go with this. By the way, this also becomes nice now. Because we're going to have this in play. And then we'll be able to Maul plus equip next turn. Alright, let's try it on the Usher. Get some Boots of Speed. Very classic D&D item. It's your call, opponent. I assume you'd want to kill the Kargan Intimidator. So that's just naturally a 3-1. Nope, they wanted to go a different route. Okay. I wonder what that says about their hand. Because it feels like they don't have a way to get rid of multiple creatures, which is why they were afraid of that particular creature versus the Intimidator. What do we do with this? Alright, I'm going to hold on to this Maul of the Skyclaves. Because this is worth more damage if it resolves. And successfully lives. Probably doesn't, but if it did, it would have been awesome. Oh, okay. Fading Hope, we can live with that. We can just run it back next turn. They're leaving it on top, whatever that is. This Boots of Speed's great post-sweeper, though, because then it makes everything a threat, which is pretty awesome. Like, if we draw a land, we probably have a win anyway, unless they have 2 removal spells or 2 bounce spells. Okay. Alright, they gain some life off that, so that is real. Ooh, if we can get a land, get in with the Halvar, that'd be pretty awesome, too. Wouldn't hate that. Oh, they have another Fading Hope? Ah, dang it. They did. Son of a gun. Alright. Is what it is. We gotta fight our way through it. Leer, alright. Leer it is. Alright. I wonder if we just have another Leer in hand. I mean, they do gain some life there, so not the worst thing. Because if it's like a Leer and a land, they'll still have access to Fading Hopes. It is another Leer. Not a land, though. It was a land, but it was a tapped land. Alright, then. The good news is, if they use this, they're still going to be at a net loss of 1 life. So that doesn't harm us too much. Hey, Sims. Alright, that makes sense. I mean, obviously, we're going to have to fight through the Fading Hopes. That's going to be the real pain here. Ooh, Siphon Insight could be really bad for us. That could be really, really bad. The only thing that would have made that okay is if they were to have tapped out, then maybe we could have found an untapped land and got in with this for lethal, but doesn't look like that's going to be on the menu. I mean, obviously, they bounce it, we replay it, we equip it, they bounce it again. Okay. This does open up Halvar and some other shenanigans with Maul the Skyclave next turn, though, so we don't hate that. Let's go ahead and equip while we can. And we know there's these 2 cards we have to worry about. Soul Shatter? Sure. That makes sense. Yippers. I think this is what we want to go with here. I mean, assuming they're just going to Soul Shatter. Could be wrong. They might want to hunt for cards first. But I would assume Soul Shatter is in order. Especially since this is going to be hard to block. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, I guess they can still Soul Shatter anyway, so they get the Scribe benefit here. Okay. Alright, it's dead. Alright, we fought through a pile of the removal and we held onto this Halvar as long as we could. Let's see if Halvar is lethal. Or there's other things we could get too, since we also have the Maul of the Skyclaves and whatnot. However, there's a good chance they're going to find some reasonable answers here, so this is going to be tough. We need to hit 2 reasonable creatures at some point here, or else we're just not going to be able to punch through, I don't think. Man, what are the odds that they have another one? Alright, we're just going to go with this. I mean, this is only 4 damage. We could have gotten a double strike deal with Halvar, but didn't think this was going to happen. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Didn't feel like we were going to get through that. Sometimes you just kind of know. Alright, let's move along. We're dead here. Okay, well, here's a creature-heavy hand. But now I got all creatures and nothing else to go with them. So how do we open here? I guess we go with just this. And then maybe just drop double Usher next turn, I suppose? Ooh, Boots of Speed does matter. Boots of Speed matters here because we could possibly core Blade Master next turn. Alright, so let's attack. See if the opponent wants to block there. Alright, they don't. Let's do this. Let's do this. And then we get the option of playing Blade Master, equipping something, and just seeing what happens from there. Adeline. Ugh. Well, that's not going to help our situation now, is it? That was the worst thing we could have seen. Man, that hurts. That is a very serious body blow. Trying to figure out what the play is now. If we have 3 mana, we'd be able to shoot something with the Kabira takedown, but that wouldn't deal with our Adeline problem. If we play the Blade Master, it's likely going to be the thing that gets killed. Or I say killed, it's probably going to get exiled. But I think we still do this. And just make sure we could block and kill Adeline. I mean, it ends up with us losing a lot, but there's not much we can do. And we just hope they don't have a second one. Too bad Adeline is a knight and not a warrior, because I can't play it in this deck. Yep, you get rid of the Chord Dancer, that makes sense. Now, do you want to give up the Adeline, is the question. The answer is no. Alright, so we don't hate that. Alright, let's see if you've got another. And then I guess for sport, we'll equip something. Probably one of these. Why not? However, this is where we get to see the next apparition or the werewolf that's going to get rid of something. Oh, Maul of the Skyclaves. That is a problem. Yep. Alright. Not sure what we do now. What do we do? Is there a way to get around this? Man, I'm a land short, actually. Because what I need to do is be able to attack, activate one of the Usher of the Fallen. And then... Trying to think what this looks like. If we get this back, this gets double strike. I mean, I guess we just attack with this. I mean, if I'm the opponent, I just either chump block with the token or don't block at all. That's the real answer. The only way this works is if they block with Adeline. Yeah, they're not. Okay. We're dead. I was just like, there's no way, honestly. Like, oh no, this is definitely a mulligan. This is better. We're gonna keep, and I'm gonna scrap this, I guess. And we're just gonna see what's up. Attack. Make a deuter. Yep, that makes sense. All fine and good. Let's turn this into a coward. Not that they were going to block anyway, but kind of force the opponent's hand a little bit here. And away goes the Intimidator. Oh, no. That's worse. Oh, no. Yep. I mean, either... you got to get the Maul. Yeah, I was going to say, that's the scarier thing here. Alright. We just make this not block, I guess. And we attack with... Yeah, the Intimidator's just doing too much work here. Granted, they could just be about to play another Spellbinder, and then our hand doesn't do anything, but... Nah. What else are we gonna do? Oh, another Aspirant's no bueno either. Oh, double Aspirant. Oh my gosh. That is the worst. Okay, then. Interesting, though. They got a little greedy, because we have a Fireblade Charger. They should probably be protecting their other 1/1s. At least that's what I would do. But they've chosen not to. To each their own, I suppose. Alright, so we can make the 4/4 not block, run other things into those creatures. We could also just play the Showdown. Yeah. Oh, what? What? Alright, I'll keep it just to see what the hell happens. I mean, I can't imagine this turns into anything, but who the hell knows? Maybe. I mean, I guess we'll just play, unless we find something, we'll just play Rally of the Ranks on our turn. I mean, it's going to be really weird to have the opponent just exile our Goblin, but I mean, is what it is. Yep, I assume that would be the case. Alright, now let's find another cheap thing. Well, that's kind of qualifies as a cheap thing. Alright. I mean, if they just have all the exile duders, they just have all the exile duders. I mean, there's like nothing I can do. I mean, we drew all the non-creatures with whatever, 28 creatures in the deck or whatever it is. Hey, our Fireblade Charger held people off. Look at that. Alright. Now they may flip that next turn. So, I mean, if they do, there's really nothing we can do here. I mean... Yep. Alright, we're dead. Like, don't even have to wait for them to play another thing to help you get that advantage. If you don't do that, I don't think you can really do enough with the deck. Alright, we'll try. Sadly, I think I gotta get rid of that. Oh, gosh. That's not good either. Alright. Well, we're gonna need that at some point. Alright, first creature to die. Nope, did not die, surprisingly. Could have sworn that one was destined for dead. What is this thing? Oh my gosh, this thing's gonna get way out of control. Huh. Okay. I almost feel like I just try to trade that, if they'll let us. Yep. So this is going to get ugly, because they're probably going to kill our war leader and pump that thing to a 3/4 minimum. And that's if it's not some type of fight spell that puts counters on it, because it probably is. Then it's going to get rough. Yep. Exactly what I expected was going to happen. Sometimes you just know. Have a second one? Nope. Alright. That is a bit concerning, though, because now I'm wondering what else they plan to do to us. Alright, we gotta try. Oh, well, that means Blade Historian's dead, because they're not going to kill our Intimidator here. Yeah, exactly. You just kill the Historian. No. Now, what was that? What would you have checked our board for and not kill anything and just saved it till this turn? Okay, ran in 7. You get a 5/5. That's legit. See you later, SJ. Alright, we're going to do this. And then do this. And wait. Hoping the Blade Historian lives. I can't imagine that it does, but we're going to hope for the best. We'll get to pump our team and put 2 counters on stuff, and then we'll just see what happens after that. Oh no. What is this? How many lands do you have in hand? Okay, well that's the good news. There's less things there to beat on us. Now, if they attack with their 7/7, it's going to be a little suspicious that maybe they have something to give it double strike or whatever. Oh, man. Ugh. Yeah, I'd blow it up now, opponent, if you're going to blow it up. Oh, they chose not to. Interesting. Why didn't you? I guess they figured they could block some damage and then kill it. Fair enough. We'll put the counter on the Blade Historian. Well, I mean, I should play this, but I want to have the option of doing both of these. Also put that counter on the Blade Historian. Actually, I don't even know. Maybe we just make the 7/7 not block. Because what happens here? If we kill this, they block, they take 6. Then that trades with something. Yeah, we just make the 7/7 not block. And we just attack. I mean, I could have played the Cave of the Frost Dragon in hindsight, but I made a different decision as the turn went on. You can block the Blade Historian. But you can't block our other creatures because they're warriors. Yep. That works for me. Let's give this trample. Actually, just target warrior games. I guess this is still the best one. Doesn't really matter. I was gonna say, what are we doing here? Like, what's that card in their hand? Alright. Opponents at 5. I was gonna say, we have a removal card. Mulligan that one for sure. Keep this one, but it's not great. Man, this one's a little rough. This one's a little rough. Alright. And the worst part is I'm mostly keeping the Compare and Takedown on this one. Just so I can make sure I can cast the Legion Angel when the time comes. But there's a good chance against the Izzet deck these cards are not going to do a whole lot. But we'll see. Oh, it's not Izzet. Look at that. Alright, we attack. Alright, no removal, no disruption. Good to know. Or at least they had no black-blue disruption. I mean, they could very well have, like, Fateful Absence or something here. Okay. No divide by 0. Oh, you're going to Vanishing Burst that. Okay. Sure. Very interesting sequence of things here. Alright, we're just going to attack. I mean, I guess we try. I mean, it sucks to lose this in this matchup, but I'd rather that than the showdown of the Scalds. Okay, it's just divide by 0. Sure. So this is probably just another one of the ones that's going to play, like, Leer and try to do all that silliness. Yep, as expected. I think we just attack because if they trade for the leer, do we care? Not really. I mean, there's no way they're blocking, right? I was gonna say, that would seem very foolish on their part. Alright, we go get another angel. We put this into play tapped. Alright, let's see what they want to do here. Yep. Vanishing Verse works. They still have a Divide by Zero available. So we can attack, pump, let them bounce that, then play a showdown, or just play the other angel, I guess. That's also fine. The angel also dodges the best sweeper they could be playing in Shadow's Verdict. Sure. Like, I mean, we kind of know the situation here. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put this into play tapped. So if we do decide to play the Showdown of the Scalds, we can get some extra cards out of our hand or whatever potentially to set up something bigger. Alright, so they're not going for the introduction. So I guess they have something for our angel. But they are at 12. Man, we drew all this as Cabaret takedowns. Blah. Okay, well. And we go. Yeah, sure. Disruption? Nope. Alright. I'm kind of trying to figure out what the opponent's aiming to do here against the Triple Angel setup. I don't know that they have a real answer. Alright, Fading Hope. I mean, it does buy you time. I mean, it's a thing you can do. Interesting. Kind of wondering if we want to play the or the War Leader here or not. Because I feel like there's a Shadow's Verdict over there. I'm just going to make this dude not block. And just say, like, hey, if you got a thing, you got a thing. And then we'll spend 4 and we'll spend 1. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if it's another Divide by Zero, it's another Divide by Zero, you know? Alright. Deluge, sure. The opponent has access to 1 billion cards right now. They can do damn near anything they want to do. Go blank. We discard 2. Probably this. You have another one? Gonna hit us with the other one? Okay, that's good. If they're gonna go blank again, that's actually not the worst thing. Because they're only at 11. Yeah, sure. Oh, that's nice too. Get in there, team. Get in there. Now, if they do get rid of our board, the Den of the Bugbear is actually a win. Do you have the kill card for the Den of the Bugbear? That's the question. I think the answer is yes, they do. But what the hell are we going to do about it? If they got it, they got it. Yeah, it's got to still put on Warrior, just in case this game goes longer. This is probably dead, though. Oh, they're going to Siphon Insight to try to find a way to kill our dude. That's it. Yeah. All right. All right. That brings us to the end of the video here, at least as far as the deck portion goes. And this is one of those things where after we played through the games, I realized we don't really need to be worrying about the equipment portion, right? With the sweepers and the different things going on in the format right now, the equipment are nice, but we should just be playing the ones that are just already good. The others we just don't need. It's slowing ourselves down when in reality, we should just be focusing on making each creature we get pretty significant on their own to be able to do more damage. So to that end, we're going to mess around and try one Paladin class because it pumps all of our creatures, obviously. Playing Usher of the Fallen and Falcon Wrath Pit Fighter, 4 and 3, and this is just to be able to have a fast start every time. Same thing with the Fireblade Charger. But Fireblade Charger also benefits from us being able to pump up our creatures anyway, so we want to be able to take advantage of that as much as we can. And the idea that, you know, if we do make a warrior out of this, it is going to get bigger, right? It's going to be a 2 or a 3 or whatever with some of the new things we're putting in. We also are playing now for Kabira Takedown, and part of this is we're focusing more on getting all these early creatures out. Plus, we're going to be trying to activate Usher of the Fallen, and we're going to have some bigger creatures out. So even if they chump block a thing or two, maybe we only have to hit something with Kabira Takedown for like 2 damage or 3 damage, and that's enough. But we're going to try 3 Rally of the Ranks to go along with that Paladin class. Still playing Kargan Intimidator for 4. Playing 3 Maul of the Skyclaves for just the value, right? We went ahead and added in 3 Angel Fire Ignition for a lot of reasons. Like this giving something Vigilance is good. Being able to pump up a Fireblade Charger could be great. Kind of gives you some defense against sweepers in a way. The life gain is good against mono green, against the other white aggro decks. Like this really just does a lot. And it still gives you that benefit against the aggro or the control decks in the sense that it does give something haste. So if you do get one of these small 2 or 3 power creatures for 6 or 7 mana, you'll still be able to get something on board and get a big attack in. So not really the same as the Boots of Speed. I want to keep saying Swiftfoot Boots. That's a whole different Magic card. So not quite the same as Boots of Speed, but it does do a little bit more. So we like that. Still playing 4 Kargan War Leader. Went down to 1 Legion Angel so we can make room for stuff like the Rally of the Ranks and stuff. Playing 2 Blade Historians, 2 Showdown of the Scald still. Cut 1 of the Shatter Skull Smashings, but we did go up on Kabira Takedown, so we shouldn't be missing mana too much. Still playing 1 Cave of the Frost Dragon, 8 Plains, 2 Den of the Bugbear, 6 Mountains, and 4 Fury Calm Snarl. Now, again, I will point out, if you want to, feel free to put in Snowlands and play Faceless Havens in this build. Probably cut the Cave of the Frost Dragon. Honestly, I'm half tempted to say cut it anyway and then just play Den of the Bugbear. But the reason being, now Faceless Haven's better because you have stuff like Rally the Ranks in the deck, right? and that gives you a chance to have an even bigger attacker. So it's something worth considering. I'm not saying necessarily you should do it, but saying if you do want that thing and you're worried about playing against some extra sweepers or whatever, at least consider it. It's actually not bad value. But otherwise, yeah, this worked out great for those last couple of games you saw on video there. I think one of them was against a heavy control deck with Lear that was playing all this stuff out of the graveyard. And we had enough creatures. I mean, because you're playing 22 creatures, surprisingly, it feels like a lot more. But I think it's because each creature being significant on their own really makes a big difference in this list. So this is probably the version I would go with. This is the one I'm going to have for download, but hey, feel free to copy the first one from the beginning of the deck. Up to you. But let's talk about this deck and kind of what our takeaways were and have a cool card spotlight for you. Now, I will say this, for as fun as this was, it's just to me, it feels like I'm playing a worse version than of just a regular Boros Aggro, right? Because there's things like Elite Spellbinder, Luminarch Aspirant. I mean, several of those things are just better than some of the cards that we're playing. And there's just, like, this is neat to be able to play on theme, and, you know, I have no problem with it. But the reality is, the other Boros creatures are probably just going to be better. But this does pack a big punch on its own, too. So, I don't know, if you already own the cards, or you only have to craft one or two, then go ahead and dabble with it and see how you feel. The concern I would have, though, is that there may not be a lot to add on from here, except unless we go into another color. I think there's a couple of red Vampire Warriors, and there might be a black one or two, some zombie ones. So we'll just have to look and see what they bring as we go into Crimson Vow. But I thought the deck was fun. I enjoyed playing it. But realistically, it's like a 50-50 deck, and you're giving up some of the power you would get from a few of the other just white and red creatures that don't happen to be warriors. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Breath of Fury. This is a card I think people don't really know about because I think it's from the original Ravnica, and it's not really on theme necessarily to where you really think about it top of mind. But with this card, if your opponent has their defenses down, you could effectively just attack, hit, move this to the next creature, attack. You keep getting combat steps until you run out of creatures effectively. So you deal damage, you sack that creature, you move this to the next creature, and so on until you're out of creatures and this goes to your graveyard. So you could effectively just take 4, 5, 6 attack steps in a row. And this is actually not bad, depending on what you're, especially if you have like flying tokens or any tokens with like Menace or anything like that. So you could really do some real damage. It's kind of an unknown card, and it's kind of sneaky to bust out every once in a while in Commander if somebody's got their defenses down. And it's not that pricey. If you want to pick one up, you can probably find them between like $250 and $350 in a lot of places. Now don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below like always. You'll also find links in the description to our Facebook gaming streams, our Twitch streams, and our Discord if you want to come by, especially right now with all the stuff happening with Crimson Vow. If you want to come by and talk about decks or whatnot and get some help. Also, don't forget, we do have our subscriptions, and for just 99 cents a month, you could get to vote on what's going to be here on the channel. And if you get a bigger membership, you can actually have your stuff featured here on the channel as well. So some cool stuff going on as far as that goes, especially going into the next season and getting to kind of shape the format that's going, or the, not the format, but actually shape the material that's going to be here on the channel. And then finally, if you haven't, check out my other channel, PowrDragn Reviews and Reacts. I'd love it if you go take a look, maybe watch a video or two. But as for this, remember to hit that subscribe button that's over here if you haven't. If you don't subscribe, let me know why you haven't subscribed, because I'm very curious. What do I got to do to get your subscription? Because I'm working hard. I put out in the last couple of days, like, I don't know, what feels like 7 videos or something. I've been putting a ton of stuff out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.